Hello, welcome to another Gundam Operation 2 video. That is the Geara Zulu, and I got a match here for you on Arctic Base 700. This will make it the level 4 Geara Zulu. I believe this will also be in a rating match. And yeah, we'll be playing with Stefan and Nexus on a just a quick little match. We did this on a stream where it was technically a second kind of stream for the day, where the first part where we played Pac-Man World Remaster. I think it was called Repack, right? And I had a lot of fun playing that. I'll probably leave a link to that in the description. I believe we got right before the Anubis Rex match, right? And we did a quick little GBO2 stream just to kind of showcase some new stuff from the game, like the Nightingale and the new Melee part. And if you guys don't know, the new Melee part is absurdly good on some of these suits. Can make them absurdly tanky in a lot of regards. And the Geara Zulu is one of those suits where, if you saw in the beginning, I have 65 melee resistance. And you're probably asking, hey, how is that possible? Well, this new part, much like the new ballistic part that came out, not only will it give you a bonus of 12 melee resistance, it will also make it to where it will increase your max defense that you can have overall. Where previously it would be 50, now you can have 70 max melee resistance, which honestly, it costs like 700, could probably use that to kind of help, make it to where you don't die in a few hits, off of one stun, unlike the Nightingale, but, it also helps it to where if you're getting attacked by melee attacks while you're stunned, you'll take reduced damage, and it is quite a reduced amount of damage. So if people go for if they're using melee combo controller, you will take significantly less damage. And we went with the Geara Zulu here because it does have weapons that can help kind of counter some of the newer suits, like the Hainu and the Nightingale don't have damage control, so the beam rifle can be really helpful. You do have instant stun with the Sturmfaust rocket launcher, and you do have a grenade which you can toss every now and then to kind of combo with your beam rifle, which, by the way, I forgot to mention, the beam rifle can also charge up to get another instant stun. So you can have kind of a stun lock situation with the suit. And not only that, as you just saw against the Hainu a little bit ago, it still has a lot of high melee damage. And if you saw in the build at the beginning of the video, yeah, still like 60, 64 melee strength, and you can still do some kind of build where you can go full melee, and the Geara Zulu just shits out damage. Yeah, level 4 Geara Zulu is pretty nice. Also, you do have a buffer on your... Well, first of all, you have a regular shield on your left side, and on your right side, you have a buffer on your shoulder shield there. So depending on where somebody can hit you, you're either going to take 30% less damage, or you're going to just not take damage at all and hit your shield. And I believe the shield will have, 7,000 health at this point, which, it's still pretty good for a shield to have. It can at least tank a few hits, which is pretty nice. And yeah, oh my god, yeah, there is the Rebawu fucking me up. Even though I do have a bit of a damage reduction, the Rebawu still kind of hurts damage-wise, but don't worry, we're going to do our own significant damage to the Rebawu here. Yeah, that was like, what, another 8,000 damage right there? Yeah, another downswing. Gonna back off a bit. Nexus, that was Stefan, dead. Here comes the Rebawu. We managed to tank that with Maneuver Armor, which is another skill the Geara Zulu has. Maneuver Armor, which again, really helps out in situations where you can get stunned. For a general, it's really nice. I believe it might have anti-blast stabilizers as well. Yeah. Oh. I forgot about that part where we just literally walk up to a Hainu Gundam and just stare at him, and he just panic rolls. So I love when that happens, when we get somebody to kind of just waste their stuff like that. We did get a pretty good damage on him, but unfortunately, yeah, the other Hainu shows up and we get finished off. So pretty close match so far, 6,400 to 6,500. I believe we're going to spawn in and see what else we can do with the Geara Zulu. Again, pretty close match. Our C1, I believe, is doing a lot of work. He's been kind of carrying us here. Me a little bit in the backup. Again, this was like late at night when we did this stream, so I'm not too much in it, but we'll see what we can do when we come back in, and hopefully try to get some stuns in, try to get our melee in as much as possible, because again, the Geara Zulu really benefits in those kind of melee situations, right? Alright, there's a Hainu. Oh, I remember this part. Yeah, this part kind of pissed me off, where we go after the Hainu. We're going to melee. Nice, he's going to stun me anyway, I'm fine with that. Going for another melee, he's going to swing. Okay, he hits me, despite, I think I should be overpowering him at that point. Go for another neutral, he's going to downswing me after I hit him, so that's even better. So this guy should have been comboed like twice now, but that's fine. At least we're, alive, and we did more damage to him than he did to me. So we're going to try and fight this Nightingale, he's not going to live too much longer. Unfortunately, because there's so many people over here, I'm going to end up getting killed. A little bit stupid, though, trying to fight that Hainu. Yeah, again, unfortunate. Actually, no, we actually managed to live just a little bit longer. Okay, well, now we die. Great. at least we got a damage, you know, an assist score, so I'll be taking that. I love how I got shield damage just by, you know, just straight up dying. Oh, well. Yeah, there is the high new that killed me. I believe the enemy team has almost, yeah, I think they have all high news and then one Rebawu and a Nightingale. So I have to be careful, really be careful of the Rebawu. Now, technically, all the suits have multiple stun options. Rebawu has 3, you gotta watch out for him, and really high melee damage. I believe the Rawabu, yeah, sure. The Rebawu at this point has 50 melee strength at level 2, you know, 700 cost. The High Nu, of course, has a lot of melee damage as well. Thankfully, I don't take as much damage from a lot of these High Nu Gundams. I did have another match I was going to post before this, where I'm literally just tanking so many different people that are trying to melee combo me. Again, this new melee part is really damn good for the high-cost units, and even for some low-cost units. I think I tried to work this with my my Zaku too at 300, at least the ballistic part. And the ballistic part, you can get 51 ballistic resistance at 300, which is insane. So that means if I wanted to, if we ever get a beam part, which I know we're going to get at some point, I'm going to definitely have to slap that on for a cost like this, or even, you know, for the Zaku 2 at 300, because that's even less damage reduction from beam attacks, and which is, you know, one of the major attacks at higher costs. Now, unfortunately, the downside to these parts is that you can't have more than one of these new parts on. So you can't have a new ballistic or a new beam or a new melee together. You have to choose one of those, unfortunately. So I guess that's because you can't have a suit that's just not dying, you know. Because if you've seen some of the damage reduction on these on some of these attacks, it is insane. I believe I might have a Ifrit Schneid match, which, you know, Ifrit Sneed, right? He just won't die. He's taking like 1,000 damage per melee, and it made me want to do the same thing, where I'm just sitting around just getting mollywopped, but I can just tank it. Again, this new part is really gross. So, alright. We're on near the last minute of the match. There is the Nightingale. I'll try to go in for a melee. I believe we get shot by one of our teammates. I don't mind because, well, we're kind of overwhelming the enemy team here. Throw a grenade, see if we can damage some more of the Nightingale. Nice 1,500. Go for the High Nu Gundam. Unfortunately, did not make the melee count. We will get another assist and then another stun on the High Nu. Go for neutral. Neutral still does pretty significant damage. You don't have to always go for the downswing, but I'm kind of doing my neutral into downswing. Because people are just going to dodge roll out of it. If they don't, I'll get some bonus damage, and then I can go for another downswing. Don't mind that at all. We have 5,000 health left. We're pretty far ahead, 18,000 to 13,000. The enemy team will have to get a... I don't even know if they can wipe us off, that they will win. Either way, here comes the Rebawu around the corner. Somehow, he did not notice that I had my beam saber out. He could have fucked me up there. Doesn't matter, though. We get the counter on the Rebawu. And then we're going to go for another downswing. Destroy his shield, so we don't get our full damage, unfortunately. But he nearly dies anyway. And there's the High Nu. And finally, I believe a higher melee priority. That finally works. And we are going to die, unfortunately, at the very end. But it doesn't matter because we won. So yeah, timeout. Let's see how we did. Mission completed. And let's see how our level 4 Geara Zulu worked out with the new part on. And hey... top assist and top diversions, I don't mind that at all. Our C1 again did really well, praised him. And second place, 1 and 3, but we did have almost close to 130k damage and 44,000 pursuit assist. And, you know, because we got shot at the most, you know, diversions, we got some more for that. And a really good assist score again. First place, 1,600. Yeah, not too bad of a Geara Zulu match there. And yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And type up in the comment section how you feel about the Geara Zulu. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And, you know, if you're using the Geara Zulu level 4, which is a recent addition, I believe, since the Nightingale came out, you know, are you liking that? Do you not like it? For me, it's honestly kind of a really fun pick to play at a cost like at 700 because of the additional stuff you can do resistance-wise and damage-wise. I really, really kind of like it. Again, that I believe that was a 65 to go over the defenses I have. Of course, I slapped heavy armor on it, so it was a 27 ballistic resistance. I have 45 beam resistance and the 65 melee resistance, and still had 64 melee strength, and even a little bit more range on that with 44. And of course, you know, you have the damage buffer on your right side, and the shield on your left. So yeah, the Geara Zulu ended up staying in a match for a while, really, and you know, that makes me want to try out some other suits, like maybe the Gaplant. So the Gaplant has really big buffers on its arms. You know, slap that melee resistance on, maybe the beam resistance when it comes out, or maybe the Haikushiki, since the Haikushiki is almost near max beam resistance. So if I want to slap some melee resistance on, that might be a really good build for that suit. So yeah, I really like the new part, and can't wait for the beam part. And yeah, that'll be it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.